The early years. John Davison Rockefeller was born on July 8, 1839, in Richford, New York. From humble beginnings, he would go on to create one of the largest empires the world has ever seen. His father, William Rockefeller, was a traveling salesman who worked on various schemes, while his mother, Eliza, was a devout Christian and a significant influence on John's values and work ethic. Growing up in a modest household, Rockefeller was exposed to the harsh realities of financial instability. However, his family maintained an air of optimism, which fueled his early ambitions. John's first experience with business came at the age of 16, when he took a job as a bookkeeper. Despite his youth, Rockefeller was known for his diligence and precision, and his ability to keep accounts accurate quickly earned him respect. This position, though modest, set the stage for the young man's obsession with efficiency and his desire for financial success. The birth of Standard Oil. In the 1850s, the United States was in the midst of an industrial revolution. Oil was beginning to gain prominence as a key fuel source, especially for lighting lamps. In 1859, Edwin Drake struck oil in Pennsylvania, and the oil industry was born. This new industry was chaotic, filled with small players and inefficient operations. John D. Rockefeller saw an opportunity to bring order to the chaos and dominate the market. In 1863, at the age of 24, Rockefeller invested in a refinery. He partnered with Maurice Clark, a fellow businessman, to create what would later become Standard Oil. Rockefeller's ability to control costs, streamline operations, and guarantee quality was unparalleled. He rapidly expanded his business, purchasing smaller refineries and consolidating them into a single entity. By focusing on efficiency and reducing waste, he was able to cut prices while maintaining strong profit margins. One of Rockefeller's key innovations was the creation of the trust, a legal structure that allowed him to control a large number of companies under a single umbrella. By 1870, Standard Oil controlled 90% of the oil refining capacity in the United States, making Rockefeller the undisputed leader in the industry. The rise of the empire. With his dominance in the oil industry, Rockefeller turned his attention to expanding his empire. He realized that controlling the oil market was only the first step. To truly monopolize the industry, he needed to control every aspect of the production process, from the drilling of oil to its delivery to consumers. Rockefeller's aggressive expansion tactics included buying up oil pipelines, railroads, and tankers, allowing him to control the distribution network. By the late 1870s, Standard Oil was a powerhouse. Rockefeller's company didn't just produce oil, it controlled every aspect of the oil business. He was also able to negotiate favorable rates with railroads, which gave him even more leverage over competitors. Rockefeller's business acumen was unmatched, and he became one of the richest men in America. But it wasn't just his business strategies that made Rockefeller a formidable force. It was his approach to competition. Rockefeller was known for using ruthless tactics to eliminate competitors. If a competitor refused to sell, he would drive them out of business by undercutting their prices. If that didn't work, he would use political connections to pass laws that made it more difficult for his competitors to operate. These aggressive strategies allowed him to crush any opposition and expand his empire further. The methods of success. Rockefeller's success can be attributed to several key factors: his business methods, his vision, and his belief in hard work. From an early age, Rockefeller developed a reputation for being a meticulous planner and an astute businessman. He was a master of cost-cutting and operational efficiency, and he was always looking for ways to improve his company's performance. One of his most important innovations was the use of vertical integration. By controlling every aspect of the oil production process, from drilling to refining to transportation, he was able to eliminate inefficiencies and increase profitability. His obsession with cost-cutting also led him to implement a system of centralized decision-making, which allowed him to make swift and effective choices for the company. Rockefeller was also known for his unwavering focus on the long term. Unlike many of his contemporaries who were focused on short-term profits, He was willing to invest heavily in his business to ensure its future growth. He reinvested much of his wealth back into Standard Oil, allowing it to expand at an unprecedented rate. Additionally, Rockefeller's commitment to philanthropy played a significant role in his legacy. Despite his wealth, he believed that it was his moral duty to give back to society. Over the course of his life, he donated millions of dollars to various causes, including education, medical research, and the arts. His charitable donations earned him the respect of many, even though his business practices were often criticized. The antitrust battle. By the 1890s, Rockefeller's Standard Oil empire had grown so large that it attracted the attention of the government. Critics accused him of using monopolistic tactics to stifle competition, and the public began to view him as a villain. The Sherman Antitrust Act, passed in 1890, was designed to break up monopolies and prevent anti-competitive practices. In 1911, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that Standard Oil violated antitrust laws and ordered the company to be broken up into 34 smaller companies. The breakup of Standard Oil marked the beginning of the end of Rockefeller's monopoly. However, it did not mean the end of his wealth or influence. In fact, the companies that resulted from the breakup, such as ExxonMobil and Chevron, became some of the most profitable corporations in the world. Rockefeller remained one of the wealthiest individuals in history, even though he no longer controlled the oil industry. The legacy of John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller's legacy is a complex one. On one hand, he is remembered as a ruthless businessman who built a monopoly through aggressive tactics. On the other hand, he is also remembered as a philanthropist who donated large portions of his fortune to charitable causes. Throughout his life, Rockefeller maintained a deep commitment to his Christian faith, and he viewed his wealth as a responsibility to help others. Rockefeller's contributions to the world extend beyond his business ventures. His donations helped establish the University of Chicago, Rockefeller University, and many other institutions that continue to have a profound impact on society. He also supported medical research, public health initiatives, and education, contributing to the growth of American society in ways that went far beyond his business empire. By the time of his death in 1937, Rockefeller's fortune was estimated to be around $1.40 billion, equivalent to more than 2% of the entire U.S. economy at the time. Adjusted for inflation, his wealth would be worth over $400 billion today, making him one of the richest individuals in history. A visionary entrepreneur. John D. Rockefeller's journey from a poor bookkeeper to the wealthiest man in the world is a testament to the power of vision, hard work, and relentless pursuit of success. Through his dominance in the oil industry, he revolutionized American business practices and set the stage for the modern corporate world. While his methods were often controversial, there is no denying the impact he had on the world. Rockefeller's empire not only shaped the American economy, but also transformed industries across the globe. His legacy, both in business and philanthropy, continues to influence generations of entrepreneurs and business leaders to this day.